friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and if you are like me, you are very excited to get Revan in the game. You may also, like me, have a few mixed feelings about it. Maybe you feel a little anxious that you're not getting him. Maybe you are debating on whether or not you want to try your hand at panic farming. If you're wondering whether or not Revan is amazing, he is. He's awesome. And he's as great as everyone says he is. Now, they're not going to make a character like Revan an ancient legendary event, an ancient hero's journey. They're not going to make a character like that bad, right? They're not going to make him not good. Now, what's interesting here, though, is if you've been wondering, is this going to change the meta? Well, that entirely depends. Is your meta consistent of Traya leads, much like mine is? Then yeah, it's going to change the meta. But what really is EA Capital Games doing to the Arena meta? Now, Arena has never been my strong point. It's never been something that I've really loved to do, mostly because my Arena shard happens around dinner time, and as much as I love this game, I love to eat a lot more. A lot more. Now, with that, though, I don't always get to really compete a lot for the top position. There's a lot of great videos out there, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, he is going to be awesome. Revan is great. Look at all of these videos that just talk about unlocking Revan and how great. But one of the videos that really stood out to me was Mobile Gamer's video called Revan is Amazing, but Can Be Beaten. And I just had to watch this. And what was fascinating about this is Mobile Gamer goes through and he uses the different arena metas that we've seen in the past 6 months even, go through and not always decimate the Revan Jedi meta, the Revan Jedi team, but often and potentially beat the Revan Jedi team. Now, obviously, you have to have specific a specific kill order. You have to take things out in a certain way. You have to have the RNG with you, which is, I mean, that's like always. But what's interesting about this is why? Why are they bringing up so many characters that can be destroyed? Or why are there so many counterbalances? Now, what's really interesting to me is I have this feeling that EA is a roundabout good guy, right? And I know a lot of people are like, Thaddeus, that's stupid, you're an idiot, and both valid points. But here's the thing. We know since the launch of the very first PvP that they want to take, Capital Games wants to take this game into PvP. They want to go down that road. If they're not able to allow a large part of their player base to be viable in PvP, to be viable in Arena, when they are free to play, it's going to exclude a lot of people. And what I think they're doing is I think they're creating a pool of top tier characters with a mix of free to play and pay to play. And with the, the character release cadence, they said they're sticking to that, which means more and more players are going to be unlocking these people. Now, if you look at the meta report right now on SWGOH.gg, and if you've never done this, go in, log in. The meta report shows essentially arena teams over the last couple of days. And if you look at the meta, currently right now Darth Traya is the meta. We know, however, that Jedi Knight Revan is dominant to Darth Traya, that he just takes her to town. But beneath Revan, before Revan, you still have CLS, and after Revan, you have Bastila. And so what this shows me, this whole top 5 meta report shows me, is Darth Traya has been unlocked and farmed by more people. That's obvious, right? Emperor Palpatine still is very useful for those people who don't have Traya fully 7-starred or fully geared out or fully zated, right? That's why Emperor Palpatine and Darth Traya are the top 2, because it's essentially that Sith team with the combo swap out, with the leader swap, that makes the team so dynamic. Now, underneath, you have CLS, who has always been valuable, who's always been good, but with Chewbacca has made a resurgence as part of the meta. Now we have Jedi Knight Revan. And again, by the end of this event, I would say that the Darth Traya and the Jedi Knight Revan, at least based on the statistics that I'm looking at, will probably be neck and neck as far as who's more valuable. But what's interesting here is if you scroll back down, Mother Talzin is number 6. Now, Mother Talzin, for those of you who don't know, the Night Sisters really, really hurt this Jedi Knight Revan team. There's a ton of videos out there that go into this. And I don't have my Night Sisters like rocking yet. They're a faction that I really need to invest time into. But they are a faction that is pretty free to play now. It's still difficult to farm. I'm not going to say that any of these characters are easy to farm, but they are farmable. And some of them even more farmable than others. It seems to me what they're doing is they're opening up a series of balanced characters. Now, what we as players need to do is find the weak points in these teams. Obviously, we have a Revan that is awesome. He's going to be phenomenal in a number of different ways, number of different areas, raids. I've seen McMull's video. He did like 9 million or something like that in P1 of the Sith Triumvirate raid. I saw someone solo the Rancor with a Revan team, which I'm a little upset that I'm not able to do that anymore because I haven't gotten him yet. And but props. I mean, he soloed the Rancor. And I may be the only person that cares about Revan being able to solo the Rancor. But I think it's awesome. What I do think that they're doing, what I do think CG is doing, is trying to create balance. Now, I know that is not going to be looked at as a popular viewpoint. Again, for those of you who didn't unlock Revan, for those of you who didn't, who just didn't get him this time around, you may want to focus on some other characters, some other players. For those of you who are looking to just all-out panic farm the Ewoks, the video that's going around, that's not a G12 Zated Revan. So keep that in mind. Nothing against the Murder Bears. They're a great crew. I love them. And I can't wait for God C-3PO to come down and bless his annoyance upon us and just make the Murder Bears meta. Because that's the meta that I'm going to be chasing. That's the meta that I'm going to be kicking butt with. And if you want to see Revan just fall to pieces, wait till C-3PO comes and makes the Murder Bears just that much better. I don't know. But what do you guys think? And do you see the point that I'm trying to make? Do you see how there's so many teams that are able to beat other teams now? Whereas the meta, it used to be, there was one team, and that team dominated for 4 to 6 months. That's not going to be the case anymore. There's going to be 3 to 5 teams, maybe 6 to 7 teams, where players can really, really do some real damage, can really be aggressive in the PvP arena. These are just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the section below. Join us on Discord, and really, let's talk about this, because this is something that I've seen coming for a while. I saw this with the bounty hunter changes. I saw this with Chewbacca. I saw this with the change to the different Sith, and then with Grandmaster Yoda and Bastila Shan. I was like, this is changing, but while they're still good, they're still beatable, and there has to be a reason for that. There has to be a reason, and it could. I really think that they're just trying to add balance to the game. But what do you guys think? Join us on Discord. Leave a comment in the section, but let me know what you guys think about this. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let's talk. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.